I've audited over 50 ad accounts in my career so far. The distribution of mistakes funnel to funnel is always transparent. I'm always seeing common patterns that specific brands that can't get past 2K a day, 3K a day in ad spend, where majority of the time, the reason why they can't scale past a certain threshold isn't the product, isn't the branding, isn't the offers, but it's the strategy behind the way you convey that message, right? If you're having a collection drop, if you were to hype up the release before the actual drop a week in advance, let's say you're capturing leads, you're capturing information, you're sending email lists, you're sending updated new collection copy to this dedicated email list that you already have from previous customers. We're conveying that in our ad messaging, in our ad copy, just the production of this new collection, the benefits, so on and so forth, hyping it up, creating demand. So then when collection drops happen, we see higher return as far as revenue, and then we're able to capture new customers into our ecosystem just from the engagement we're driving organically. Now, apart from planning out scopes of collection drops, pushing LTV, pushing subscriptions, that is what's going to grow your business holistically, right? It's giving customers a reason to buy back from your business. Now, secondary to that is, okay, if we have strong LTV, can we also capture strong front-end first order profit? So this is where knowing your numbers is important. Time and time again, I see ad accounts where they're just pushing one single SKU. The AOV or the retail price for the SKU is around 30, 35, 40 bucks. The founder's gross margin on this is like 5, 10%. They're barely making any money from this, right? Whereas when we take brands under our management and our portfolio, we take them from those same levels, around $500 a day in ad spend. We go from 1K, 1.5K, 2K, 3K. How do we get there? Well, we start off by knowing our numbers. The first thing we want to do is to make sure that we're maximizing as much profit as possible. If we can get our average order value from $45 to $75 to $100 to $125, just by focusing on the average order value on the front end and trying to raise that up year over year, trying to expand the AOV, you're going to increase your profit margin. You're attracting higher valued customers who are willing to do business with you without any discounts. And as a byproduct, your gross margin targets are getting higher and higher. So then your threshold as far as your return on the first order profit is increasing. And then you have strong LTV. You are exactly what an investor wants to look at as far as a business. They have strong first order profit, strong LTV. The churn rate on that is very minimal, and then you maximize your revenue by consistent collection drops or new product releases, right? If you're in the t-shirt space, apparel, you can get away with consistent collection drops. If you're more in the product focused space where, let's say it's more like a cosmetic or so on and so forth, subscription would probably be the push. That's kind of the way to dominate in today's economy as far as e-commerce. If I'm starting a brand, or if I'm running an advertising, or if I'm managing a brand, I want to look at the relationship between the first order profit and then what is the actual LTV on that from these transactions that come from our ads. I want to calculate what the LTV is from these prospects, from these new customers, because you might not have customers buy back from your business from ads because there might be misinterpretation as far as the copy or incongruency from the creative to the post click to the email flow on the back end, or whatever it's being cross-sold or upsold or downsold. So I want to make sure that we want to be in the setup in the best position possible with the highest gross margin targets as possible. This is why it's very important that we know our numbers, and before we launch any creative strategy, we want to make sure that we have at least a 75% gross margin. Now, tied into the phase of analyzing data. When you're running paid media, every ad spend, every dollar spent on the platform should give you some sort of information. We should be testing some sort of hypothesis at the end of the day, whether it's the offer, whether it's the funnel, whether it's a creative, whether it's a post click, whether it's a copy, right? We want to keep one variable fluid so that we can make changes. And we want to keep other external variables that are consistent. We want to keep that congruent as well. We want to make sure that stays the same. It's consistent. So then over a long enough time horizon, right, we optimize for creatives. We have better creatives. We have winning ad concepts. We optimize the post click. We optimize the page speed, right, on the post click. So then the conversion rate is going to skyrocket. And now as a byproduct, we're now trying to test different offers, different product SKUs to now raise the overall AOV. So then in theory, right, we have creatives that are producing, let's say, click-through rate at 1.5%, 2%, right? Super cheap. We're getting cost per click around like $1, $1.50. And then from there, let's say our CPM's $12, and then our whatever, I already covered CPCs. Now we have very efficient soft metrics. We are getting very cheap impressions. We're getting cheap. The relationship behavior between an impression landing on the post click is at an efficient ratio to where our cost per click is like $1.20, $1.50, right? So then while we've fixed these soft metrics, right, we've have the right angles, we have the right creative concepts, we have the right copy targeting our ideal customer profile, right? Now the next phase behind that is, okay, can we align the post-click experience to fit that so then our conversion rate skyrockets? Can we get a conversion rate at 1.5%, 1.7%, around that range, right? That is the game when advertising. You're troubleshooting the funnel. The funnel comes with a lot of steps, a lot of variables. As I covered, you have your creatives, you have your post-click, you have your offers, you have your conversion rate, you have all of these other scenarios, right? And our goal is, when it comes to paid media, we want to troubleshoot and make each step of the funnel efficient over time. So then in theory, each part of the funnel has been tested, has been optimized, has been proven to work. So then over a long enough time horizon, we're only scaling with winners. Now, ad account to ad account, strategy to strategy, brand to brand, it all depends. There's not a one size fits all solution. This is the beauty of e-commerce, right? What works for a beauty brand might not work for an apparel brand. What works for an apparel brand might not work for a skincare brand or a supplement company. This is what's important when it comes to innovation. You need to know the in and outs of your business. You need to develop hero products. You need to solve for first order profit and strong LTV. And as a byproduct, having the insight to track the data and then make iterations where the bottleneck lies is where the sweet spot, that's where the most profit is made. And this is the game of always troubleshooting. There's always going to be variables to test. There's always going to be variables to optimize. And if you're not optimizing, if you're not innovating, you're stagnating and you're going to let your competitors catch up to you. So if you're not optimizing, if you're not making iterations, you are bound to fail. With that being said, guys, I hope you found this interesting. I hope you implement this blueprint if you're running your own e-commerce brand or if you're trying to start one. Regardless, the formula is proven because I've implemented this across my portfolio. And who am I? Why should you listen to me? My name is Chris Hernandez. I'm the founder of ScaleVelocity.io. I operate a growth consulting firm where we specialize in helping D2C founders build a house for exits. And as a byproduct, right, we focus on everything I just covered in this video. Now, if you want the in-depth breakdown on how to actually build a house, well, check out ScaleVelocity.io. You can visit my website. You can read my free 30-page protocol. You can check out our case studies and testimonials. And of course, if you're a brand owner, you're tired of getting burned by ad agencies, you want to get set up for an exit, book in a call at ScaleVelocity.io where you can speak directly with me. That being said, guys, hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one.